Call the regular City Commission meeting of Tuesday, August 13th to order. May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to have government report. Amy, can you call the roll?
Commissioner Krzysiak?
Here.
Commissioner Perry? Here. Commissioner Scott? Commissioner Wahl?
Here.
Mayor Metzger?
Here. Okay, start with public discussion. First item on the agenda. Anybody with anything to come forward with? Okay. Move on to governmental reports. I see no one. We don't have a chief. We don't have anybody. Okay, this is good. Next is City Commission liaison reports. We'll skip Commissioner Scott. We'll move to Commissioner Wahl with the Recreation Commission.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
How you doing?
So the Synchro show is tomorrow at 7, which is very exciting, and it's free this year.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. So.
Everybody's waving to you, Brett.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hi.
Hello from Vale.
Oh.
From Vale? Nice. Okay. Okay, Synchro show tomorrow at 7 at the pool. Very cute. These kids are practicing so hard. It's like the most adorable thing in the whole wide world, so I suggest you should come. 8:16, teen swim. Very popular. 8 to 10, music, a hot ticket. 8:22, adult swim. 8 to 10. 8:25, this is very cool. This is, I believe, the second year we've done this. Family pool party, 6 to 8. And guess what the special thing is about the family party?
What?
Can you guess?
What?
Families.
I'm gonna end the suspense.
What?
Floats.
Geraniums?
Floats allowed from 6 to 8.
When is that?
That is 8:25.
Okay.
8:25.
And we've got the 100-year party coming up.
Oh, yeah.
September
Right.
7th.
Yeah.
Fun for family, fun for people who are single, fun for everybody. 2 to 6 at Gainsborough. We've got a food truck, picnic games, climbing tower, bubble soccer, and more.
Cool.
Okay. 50 plus events. Murals in the park, 9:17. Oh, excuse me. I made that up. Murals in the market.
I was gonna say, how many murals we got in the park?
9:17.
Yeah, real short.
Monthly movie, 9:19 is Rocket Man. I've heard that's good. I haven't seen it. Lunch and bocce ball at Otava Vio. It sounds fun. 9:26. And flu shots and safety day will be held on October 3rd. Watch for more details. And then there's one more thing. Sorry. Okay, we have to from August 26th to 30th. The pool hours are changed from 4 to 8. There were some staffing issues, so please make note of that. And then I want to bring up the family camp, the first annual family camp out that was held at the rec center. Very successful, 30 families. It was completely sold out.
Hey, good.
Very fun. I was there, and thank you to the foundation for donating the money. So it was completely free to all, all who participated. It was so cute and fun. Like that whole area behind the rec center was set up like a campground. They had fires, s'mores, food, hobo pies, games, movies. They even hired a reader to come and tell like spooky stories. It was
Cool.
so cute.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it next year.
Excellent.
That's all I have.
Any questions for Amanda? Trying to stretch it. Okay. Next, Commissioner Krzysiak, Ferndale Public Schools.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The Ferndale School Board had a special meeting on August 5th to ratify their agreement with the teachers represented by the NEA. So that was good news that they ironed out that contract and will be ready for school, which starts on Tuesday, September 3rd, for all classes. And I just want to pass along some principal invitations for the younger students. There's popsicles with principals events, and this will be happening at Lower Elementary Wednesday, August 28th from 4:30 to 6:30, and also at Upper Elementary at JFK Wednesday the 28th from 5 to 7. popsicles with principals. So that's a good way to come out, have some treats, and hobnob with the principals. And I'm sure there'll be other teachers and educators present for that. Getting ready to start school on Tuesday, September 3rd. So, and that's all I have for this month, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Next, Commissioner Perry, Planning
Thank you.
DDA.
Thank you, Mayor. The Planning Commission and DDA met on Monday, July 22nd. They discussed, they set, the Planning Commission set a public hearing to solicit public comments regarding the zoning ordinance change for the placement of residential air conditioning units. And so that meeting will be on, that public hearing will be on Monday, October 28th at 7 p.m. right here. And then the DDA met and they discussed DDA enhancement projects. And, you know, the city manager made a presentation of several different projects and ideas for enhancing different areas within the DDA, and they're considering all the different options.
Cool.
So it's cool.
Very good.
The next meeting is going to be Monday, October 28th, 7 p.m. right here at City Hall. So we hope we'll see you there.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thank you. All right. Anything anybody forgot?
Do you want to see?
Oh, Brett, did you want to say anything about the Historical Commission?
Yeah, just a couple of quick things. There was no meeting since our last commission meeting for the Historical Commission. But you will hear from them over the next month or so about the Home and Garden Tour coming up in September.
Very
I think we're still looking for a few docents to support the houses that will be on the tour. So you might be contacted by folks from the Historical Commission to support that. And in addition, the 100-year tiles are available now. As I understand it, 40 have already been sold. And so they're available to take, pre-orders for those tiles. Just go to the city website or check in with City Hall to place your order. And they look really good. So I recommend everybody just checking them out and placing your order.
Great.
Thank you.
Cool.
By the way, Brett, you look good on the screen. On the screen. You're on. Okay, there you go.
I think
Thank
we're
you.
watching a kung fu movie.
Okay, moving on.
Well,
Next,
with our, I'm sorry, Mayor,
Nope.
but I thought with our new upgrades to the chambers, in the future we could do holograms, maybe.
Oh my, like Tupac.
We're
Is he
working
gonna
on
come
it.
to our next meeting?
Yeah.
No, not quite.
Don't know if the budget's quite there.
No, okay, all right. Want to be sensible about it.
all right. Next item is consent agenda. There are 5 items, and I'm going to ask if somebody would make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Your Honor, I move we accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, Amy, can you?
Commissioner Perry,
Yes.
Commissioner Wahl,
Yes.
Commissioner Krzysiak,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Mayor Metzger.
Yes. Motion carries. Okay, moving on already to the city manager's report.
That's fast.
This is,
It was a record, I had to say.
faster than you thought.
I don't have much this month. We're wrapping up the sidewalk project. I think Maple Field was the last street that was done, and they pulled the forms on Motion Street yesterday, so that's pretty much a wrap. They are still doing some restoration work. I know we've got some sprinklers that are
Right.
still need to be fixed around town, but they've been really good about getting restoration done of all the street projects or anything in the right-of-way we've done. These guys have been the quickest and so far the best of getting irrigation systems restored, so that's been pleasant.
They did mine. I mean, they fixed it like right away.
Yeah, so they've been real good about that. So enjoy the sidewalks.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's about it. We've got a couple of other projects which are going to be starting soon. We have a concrete patching program for the streets. So we'll be cutting out sections of street where the joints have been degraded. We did the spray patching, which kind of gets you through a few years, but eventually that does have to be replaced. So they're going to be working throughout the city on a number of locations. Traffic will be open. It's not going to interrupt anybody or block access to anybody's street. So that'll be something we can all work around, but they will be doing work around town in the streets. So that's coming up. And then we've got a pavement striping program. So we're going to be redoing crosswalks, stop bars, just refreshing
Good.
all of the pavement markings in the city. And actually, Commissioner Krzysiak had asked about Woodward Heights before the meeting. One of the things that we'll be doing is we're going to be adding, like you have on Ridge Road or Indiana, where you've got the edge stripes, we're adding those same things to Woodward Heights. And the reason you do those is for there's a couple things that accomplishes. So Ridge Road, for example, is 26 feet wide. So that gives you two 13-foot lanes if you don't have any pavement striping out there, and that's really wide. An interstate highway lane is 12 feet. So the edge striping visually narrows the street, and we actually saw cars slow down by 2 or 3 miles an hour just from putting the striping in there. And then it also creates a de facto bike lane. We don't have enough space there to create a full sanctioned, fully designed bike lane like Ferndale has on Pinecrest. The road's much wider there. We don't have the space to do that, but it does create space where more confident bikers can ride, and we do see more people riding the bike there. So Woodward Heights, we have a similar situation where Woodward Heights is 30 feet wide with parking on one side of the street, so that leaves quite a bit of space. So we're going to visually narrow the travel lanes on Woodward Heights for the same reasons: slow down traffic, create some space for bicyclists to ride. And then after that is done, and I don't have a schedule because there's basically one contractor who does all the pavement striping for every road project.
We heard.
Yeah, PK contracting.
Wow.
PK striping? I don't know. PK.
Business opportunity.
Yeah. So
Note to self.
exactly. So you're kind of beholden to their schedule. So hopefully they'll be out and do that soon, because we have the test projects, traffic calming projects we're going to do on Woodward Heights. We've been waiting for the edge striping to go in because that's an important part of the whole package.
Right.
And if we put the test projects out there and then they show up to do the striping, our test projects are in the way. So we're really kind of dependent on them. So September, we're targeting for doing those test projects on Woodward Heights.
Great.
If PK doesn't get out by then I don't know, we'll figure it out. But it's still coming this fall.
Cool.
Do you know what the schedule of the Ferndale side of Woodward Heights is? I mean, they just seem to not do much.
Yeah. They showed
do
up,
a little
broke
bit,
everything,
they
and then
block
left.
things, and then
Yeah.
It was
stop.
closed for a long time too.
It was. They're going to be closing down in the other direction, but I think that'll be in September. I don't know the exact date. I know that project is scheduled to go through November. So
Well, they'll make sure it does.
Yeah.
At the rate they're going.
at the rate they're going. So yeah, I don't have details on exactly when that's going to happen, but I know that I think the closure for the other direction was scheduled to happen in September. And I think they might be working down towards the Hazel Park side of the project now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, on the other side. Yeah, on the other side of Hilton.
Yeah. And well, I guess the other thing is the MDOT project on the service drive is also proceeding.
I noticed.
As many people have commented. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be done mid-October, but you'll see they're supposed to be, according to MDOT, I spoke to them today, they're supposed to be paving the on-ramp lanes from eastbound, from Woodward onto eastbound 696. Those are supposed to be paved Friday.
And opened like in a week or something.
Yeah.
Good.
So, but they'll be moving around. They've got some work they have to do on the south side, so they'll be doing some other lane closures. But once they get all the paving done on the north side, things should improve quite a bit for traffic flow, because that's one of the whole things they're trying to do there is you've got 5 lanes on that service drive, but really you only use 3 of them right now.
Right.
And all 3 of those lanes are used for everything. So, it's the ballet of cutting off people to
So
to get where you need to
dangerous.
go. So what they're going to do is they're taking it from 5 lanes to 4 lanes, but they're going to use all 4 lanes for a purpose now. So they're going to extend some of the stacking areas, and it'll give you a better and clearer idea of what lane you're supposed to be in depending on where you're going. So it
Stay
should,
in your lane.
pretty much, yeah.
That would
And
be-
all of the lanes will be useful now.
Good.
That's great.
Yeah, but the north side is where all the travel lane changes are happening.
Right.
So once they get that paved, it's going to function
Yeah.
as it was designed to. So traffic should loosen up quite a bit even before the project is done in that mid-October timeframe.
And I'm sorry, Jim, can we continue to push them for some sort of a street light?
That's not them, that's us.
Okay.
So yes, we
Push
are.
us for that?
Well, the challenge on that was that at some point MDOT said, "Yeah, we're not going to allow streetlights on our poles anymore." So you have to put in all your own poles, where you're in this environment where there's already a ton of poles in the way. So we did put a street light in at Main Street, but we couldn't put it in where it should go because there was MDOT poles and parking lots and crosswalks and pedestrian heads and everything else in the way. So we had to put the pole on the other side of the street where it didn't really do much. So it was very frustrating. But now MDOT has reverse course, and they say that they are potentially, no promises, going to allow you to put streetlights on their poles again. So if you go on the north side, on the service drive, on the westbound service drive, and look at all the streetlights, they're all attached to MDOT poles.
Okay.
They're attached to signal poles, they're attached to all the MDOT poles because they're older. And on the south side, we couldn't do that in the past. So hopefully now we can do that.
That'd be great.
I've been in contact with DTE, and I've tried to put the DTE planners in contact with the MDOT people to
Work it out.
work it out, and then we'll get the bill,
Great. Thank you.
whatever that'll be.
Yeah.
Jim, could we add something to latest news just to describe the Woodward Heights projects as we know them
Yeah.
on the website?
Yeah. Let's talk. Okay, we'll talk about that.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, on the Woodward Heights, I think the striping will be welcome, and I would love to get these these test projects going, because I think we're really eager to see the transformation there as far as speed and safety. And maybe refresh my memory. I know we did attempt at one time at the crosswalk there. We did like pylons or some very temporary obstacles there. Is there a test? I can't remember. Is there a test project that encompasses kind of that same effect there at that pedestrian crossing?
Yes, there are some changes there. It's not going to be like that. That was a resident who basically demanded one, so we gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted about 3 days before it got ran over and somebody stole it, because it's not a
Permit.
it's not an appropriate solution to do there. So we donated a pylon to the cause. But we will be part of the test projects is removing the stop sign on Woodward Heights at Bermuda. Because it's an unwarranted stop sign. It doesn't contribute to safety. You get a lot of behavior where drivers ignore the stop sign. It's not a good situation. So we will be doing some crosswalk improvements there. That's one of the places where those test projects will get in the way of the lane striping when they come through, because there will be some things that are at the corners, sort of corner bump outs,
That's great.
to narrow the crossing. And then it'll be similar to what we have on Ridge with the stop for pedestrians and crosswalk signs. We will have some of those that we test out there. They won't be in the middle though, because we have driveway conflicts on Woodward Heights. So that's a real challenge, is where you have driveways, and that's why we only have them in a couple locations on Ridge. It's because we have to find a place where you can put them that they don't interfere with movements in and out of driveways. So we can't do anything in the middle of the street on Woodward Heights like that, because you've always got a driveway movement that's going to be getting in the way of. But they'll be on the side.
Okay.
So the only thing we're waiting for is the striping, and then we can move forward with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Any other questions? One other thing I noticed, Davy Tree Company is all over the place. Is that still Edison work? Or
Yeah, the vast majority of that is Edison. So it is confusing because Edison uses Davy and we use Davy, but it's
Right.
totally different Davies.
Yeah, different buildings?
Yep.
Really?
Different offices, different.
Weird.
I mean, Davy's a large corporation,
sure.
so we're dealing with the Davy Tree Company out of Auburn Hills, and I don't know who
I don't know where
DTE's
that-
Davy is, what office they're out of, but they do know each other. We've gotten some complaints about things that Davy did, and I've had to figure out which Davy.
Which Davy did it?
Stop
And
it.
so our Davy, our
there's
Davy
just
guy
one Davy.
Josh, and I've been on emails and phone calls with our Davy guy Josh and DTE's Davy guy. I forget his name,
What?
but yeah. So
It's not Davy.
yeah, it's not Davy. So most of it's recently has been DTE work.
Yeah, they did a lot at my house.
Yeah.
Done one. Some places have done
Yeah.
quite a bit, yeah. Okay.
But our Davy does have some stuff. They need to clean up some of the tree trimming on Sylvan and Fairwood. some of the backside, the sidewalk side wasn't done quite enough,
okay.
so they've got to come back and clean up some stuff there.
Is there a time frame?
Soon. Summertime's busy for them, so that kind of elevating work can be done anytime. So they're always cleaning up after a storm or some other things. So, but it'll be soon. Pressing work they get done first.
I know we talked about this maybe last year at this time, or it seems like this conversation has been had about their responsibilities to the homeowners as far as entering backyards, dogs, handling that aspect of it.
So, I mean, DTE has an easement. They're allowed to,
Right.
come on, and you just hope that they act in a, reasonable manner. We don't get the day-to-day complaints about Davy.
Okay.
We don't get the complaints about them, leaving people's gates open or
Right.
anything. We hear the complaints when contractors are poor. So
And we
when
haven't.
AT&T had those, whoever they were,
right.
The hired out.
phones were blowing up here about them. But Davy, we don't hear much.
Okay.
So
Good.
I think they probably act in a pretty responsible manner just by the fact that we don't get a lot of complaints.
Good. That's good to hear.
But call us if there's issues,
Don't be afraid.
because we can talk to DTE's Davy.
One of the Davies.
Unlike the telecom utilities, they'll actually call you back and work with you. So
Great.
Cool.
And I think that's just one more to follow that up. I think people should always feel that they can call City Hall
And talk about it.
rather than put it on Facebook and hope that something's going to happen. It
many
would be
people
nice.
many people do call City Hall.
Good. and we want more to do that.
If you're only on Facebook, it may
want-
not seem that way. But I can assure you they do.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I feel so much better now. Knowing
And I
that.
think some people just like to complain into the ether, and that's what Facebook is
that could be. That could be.
But we are here.
Wonderful. Glad to hear that.
We're not on Facebook, but we're
Real
here.
people waiting,
Yeah.
standing by.
Right.
Any other questions for Jim? All right. We'll move to other business. Very good. Other business. Who wants it?
I'll take it
All
if
right.
nobody else wants it. I'll go
Gosh, what are you going to talk about?
It's a book.
Oh, it's a book club.
actually a book.
Okay.
And it's a book I've heard that you have some familiarity with.
I read that book.
You
It's
did
good.
read this book.
I can endorse that book.
I have not read this book, so
Good.
you will vouch for it?
Yeah, it's a good book.
Okay. Well, are you going to be there on Wednesday, August 21st at the community
No.
center?
Sorry.
All right, I will
You
be
better-
there.
I'll
So you
call
better
in.
read it. Right?
I'll
Yeah.
pull a Brett. I'll call in. You guys can like.
Yeah, we'll set them all up.
Put you on the screen.
So Wednesday, August 21st, Where the Crawdads Sing, by Delia Owens, and we found a really nice spot, and I think a lot of community members really appreciate the outdoor, the back pavilion. It's just such a great spot.
Beautiful.
I know the volleyball teams were hanging out back there during the season, and it's just such a really comfortable space to relax and talk about Where the Crawdads Sing. So we'll be there Wednesday, August 21st at 7 p.m. behind the community center to talk about Delia Owens' book that Amanda says is pretty good.
Ringing endorsement.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
that's all I have, Mayor.
All right. Any other business? Got any business?
I don't have any more
You got
business.
any business?
I don't.
Brett, you got any business?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, then I'm going to ask: is there a motion to adjourn?
Mayor, I move that we adjourn.
All in favor?
All right.
We are adjourned.
It's a wrap.